Ahava blessings. Welcome to the light of June. My name is Otero. I am the founder of the Desert Rose Mystery School. And in this video, I will be talking about the light of June. And why do I use the word light? Because it is the energy that we are able to access in the month of June. And so let's talk about the beautiful energies of this month. The first thing that we are going to be experiencing is the month of Sivan, the lunar month of Sivan, Gemini, which begins right at the end of May and goes into the month of June, is all about divine union. In the teachings of Aramaic creation spirituality and the Magdalene Christos teachings, this is the month of the bridal chamber. This is the month of the sacred marriage when the opposites attract and become one. And so as we're going into this light of the bridal chamber, this is one of the great teachings of the month of June, just coming in to this sacred union, coming together, bringing the polarities and the duality that we feel in our life and that we are experiencing and bring them into divine union, masculine, feminine, above, below, inner, outer. It is the month of receiving wisdom. The month of Nisan is like the lover who meets the beloved. The month of Iyar is the getting used to the energy, right? The getting used to the energy of the other. And the month of Sivan, Gemini, is the bonding, right? Where the two become one. So it is a very, very beautiful month. It also celebrates Shavuot, which is the reception of wisdom, right? We can see in the biblical story of the reception of the Torah. Torah means wisdom. It means water, really. So it is this month of learning how to receive, of actually being open and healing those blocks that won't allow us to receive healing, abundance, love, beauty. So it's a very, very beautiful month, also connected with the power of the word and the power of our vibration. And we can even be cautious with our words to see, are my words carrying the activations and the codes of the bridal chamber, the ultimate teaching of Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, the bridal chamber, the sacraments of the bridal chamber. And remember that the Gospel of Philip is actually called the mysteries of the bridal chamber. And so we can use our voices to uplift ourselves and other people. This is also the month where we will be celebrating, of course, the summer solstice. And the summer solstice brings with us John the Baptist, the presence of Yochanan. And John the Baptist represents the shamanic lunar masculine. And the shamanic lunar masculine is the wilderness. The wilderness. And I want to explain this because wilderness in the desert traditions, right, in the desert spiritualities, wilderness and the wild doesn't mean to be wild. It actually means to go within. It actually means the person who is capable of defeating the inner demons. When we are capable to really go inside, defeat the demons, and then come out victorious with light. A lot of times when we go into the inner journey for healing or for shadow work, we tend to stay there, right? And so that becomes a very imbalanced shadow feminine energy of staying in the vessel. And so the shamanic lunar masculine goes into the wilderness with strength and commitment, which is that divine feminine shamanic journey into the desert, into the silence, to face what we need to face and bring light and consciousness to all of those demons, just like Mary Magdalene did with the 7 demons. And so this month represents that preparation of the wild, of embracing our wilderness, right? And we can think of John the Baptist's high holy teacher as an archetype as well of the wild man in the desert living in a cave, right? And so the cave represents the Shelah. The word Shelah is the word that Mary Magdalene uses, which means to pray, but it also means to go within. And so we have an opportunity to experience that wilderness. And when we combine that wilderness with the mysteries of the bridal chamber, the beauty of this is that it's all about remembering divine union. Everything that is birthed, children, creations, projects, your business, everything, your home is created with the two energies. And the more these two energies are strong and harmonious and in sacred marriage, the stronger and more beautiful our creations. They become stronger. And what does that mean? They can sustain themselves. And so this is a beautiful, beautiful just experience of going into the month of Sivan, Gemini, also the twins, right? Gemini represents the twins. And if I have published a book called Kabbalistic Astrology, A Mystical Journey Through the Zodiac, where I talk about the zodiacal frequencies birthed by the Aramaic Hebrew letters and how we can actually go into each month on a conscious level to get the light that we need to expand our vessel, right? This is the month where we're going to feel the vessel expanding, and it's very important to make our vessel very strong this month, because in the month of Tammuz, Cancer, which is the month following, this is the most difficult month of the year in a good way, because this is when more light is revealed. And for more light to be revealed, our vessel needs to be really, really strong. If not, there will be chaos, because it'll shatter, right? And that shattering will create chaos. And so what is light? Well, light is goodness, but it's also how we embody the light, so that we can be a more expansive expression of our soul, right? And so in these teachings, we want to really create a very, very strong vessel, a very strong foundation. And so I've chosen a mantra that I do every year in the month of Sivan. It's an Aramaic mantra that means Tubwayhun. Well, it is Tubwayhun, and it means, well, it's translated as blessed are they. Tubwayhun is the first word of all of the Beatitudes, but if you go deeper into the meaning of Tubwayhun, it is divine union. It activates divine union. It activates a sacred marriage with everything, right? Not just the polarity, but our creations, our children, our parents, humanity, the earth. And so when we chant Tubwayhun, there is this energetic coding, right, happening in our body that will bring us into this sacred unity. We need to remember that for the Essenes, in the past, many scientists, and some still do, said that 95% of our DNA is junk DNA, right? And only 5% codes protein, and so the other is junk DNA. But the Essenes called that DNA the scroll of light. That's what they called it, the scroll of light. And that scroll of light means that in that DNA is the remembrance of the divine gifts of our past lives, yes, the light that we have accumulated from past lives, and also the teachings that we received through the celestial teachers that we chose when we are in the oneness, when we are in the Echad. Echad means oneness, right? And so that scroll of light also contains codes that we need for our mission. We all have mission and purpose here. It's not just one mission, different missions. They changed constantly because we evolve, because the more we shatter our illusions, and the illusions are a lie, right? The only truth is that we are light, we are love, and we are infinite, right? And so when we shatter those illusions, more of the purpose is revealed, more of the sacred journey is revealed. And so in the month of Sivan, in the month of June, we will be experiencing this as well. And so the Tubwayhun, this beautiful mantra, I always like to sing it. You can actually repeat it 108 times with your malas. You can chant it. We're going to chant it a little bit. You can write it, and it's Tubwayhun, right? This merging, this coming together. So let's chant. And that way you can bring this beautiful mantra into your practice, right? You can chant it outside in nature, you can chant it in the morning, in the night, whenever you want. Tubwayhun, So I am going to use the Magdalene Revelations Oracle cards for a message, right? Let us receive a Magdalene revelation for the month of June. Beautiful. This is a card that has been showing up a lot lately in our circles, in our trainings, and it is Mother Anna. So in this beautiful card, she's wearing green, so she's representing the emerald light, which is the light of Shekhinah and the light of Tiferet. Tiferet is the heart chakra, which means balance and harmony and the bringing together of judgment and mercy. Right? And it's a beautiful energy. Her heart has the violet flame. I teach and facilitate Mother Anna's violet flame healing. And so she's bringing us healing on a very cellular level and past life healings and healings that have to do with, especially with our mission. That's what I'm receiving right now. And her staff represents the channeling of the sexual energy. In this image, she's actually facilitating a Magdalene Shabbat, so it is about divine union as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And ultimately, she is telling us that this is the month to embody wisdom. This is the month to receive the wisdom. The Shavuot in the month of Sivan, Gemini, is the month where we receive wisdom. We remember wisdom. We remember that we are divine union, that we are birthed from the divine mother father, and that in the moment of conception, the breath of the Holy Spirit gave us life, the divine feminine presence. We are light conception. We just need to remember it. And so I'm sending all of you so much love. Let us celebrate this month with beauty, with divine union, and always the remembrance of Echad, of oneness. Ahava.